your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue with any team member needs to be addressed, please text the word Mavericks along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our installation team will respond immediately. Thank you. Want to look future Mavericks games? Sure you do. Now visit our ticket booth or website to learn about available tickets. Don't forget to come out to the game for Takeover today. What's the way to pass to you with pictures of your favorite mascot,
The fans have been waiting for it. They want to see the debut of MP. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to... And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Saturday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Monday, they'll head home to take on the Utah... What are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Well, the start of MP's NBA journey begins now. These are the first minutes for the first-round pick.
And I have high hopes for MP over the course of his career. This guy's a student of the game and was a fanatic about Jordan's Bulls when he was growing up.
Time to go courtside and hear what's going on with MP.
Hey guys, a lot of excitement in the air as MP makes his NBA debut tonight. I asked him how he felt about his journey here, and he told me it hasn't been easy. I had to grow a lot as a person and as a player, but I'm ready to keep putting in the work and fight my way to the top. It's just the beginning of what could be a fantastic career, guys.
Gosh, I love that kid. Hey, David, you can tell this organization expects big things from MP. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
MP looking around. MP sets the screen for Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Shakes him. Rebound San Antonio. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season. Down low, Wembanyama. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's MP. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, not really much you can do to stop him there. You want your players to go hard at the bucket like that.
Fox passes to Sohan. Back to Fox. Trains the three-pointer. Fox has got 5.
And at the arc, Fox has only gotten bolder. He takes threes without even thinking about it.
MP dishes to Davis. Dallas moving the ball around. In the corner, Irving with it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Fox.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
MP with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. And stolen by Wembanyama. In transition, here come the Spurs. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Yeah, and that mid-range shot is really Vassell's primary weapon.
Outside, Davis. Davis setting the pick for MP. Back to Davis. At the elbow, it's MP. The high post shot. Good work defensively by Fox.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Mavericks trail by 3. Now, here's MP. In the corner, lively with it. MP with a screen on Wembanyama. The 11-footer. And finished off by Lively.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Fox against Irving. Outside for Wembanyama. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
3 points.
And that's now 7 points for Victor Wembanyama. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. Trailing by 4. Lively finds Davis. MP outside. Back to Davis. MP left side. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. A nice shot by Sohan. Now it's a 6-point Spurs lead.
Yeah, the paint is Sohan's go-to area as a scorer. He feels emboldened to attack inside.
MP passes to Lively. MP with it. On the wing, Irving. MP right side. Back to Irving. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Not on my watch.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score. Nice pass by MP, showing how unselfish he can be.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. He had a list of concerns coming in tonight, not the least of which was matching up with De'Aaron Fox. He said it's not just the speed, though that obviously is an issue. It's that Fox has also become so good at dictating tempo and getting you to play his style. That's something they can't allow. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Back to Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, we appreciate the report.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
MP, it's stolen by Johnson. Barnes with it, now defended by MP. The drive by Barnes.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
San Antonio making a switch here. Wesley's checked in. Here's Wesley. Pass to Johnson. And he drives in, and Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Unloads. Dallas, no good that time either.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Johnson gets the bucket.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
MP against Johnson. MP outside. Davis with a screen on Johnson. 5 on the clock. Here's Exum. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Davis kicks to MP. Dinwiddie outside. MP sets the screen for Dinwiddie. To stop the run. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Paul. Top of the key. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. And the Spurs lead by 14.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Davis. Rebound, San Antonio. Pass to Barnes. And Davis sends it back. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop.
Clearly, MP has been well coached already on how to support a fast break play.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here is Johnson. Wembanyama, a screen on MP. Shoots it up. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Paul. Johnson is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at center.
Going old school with the mid-range. Johnson.
MP against Johnson. MP passes to Irving. MP with a screen on Paul. Washington kicks to Exum. MP inside. Johnson's there. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Johnson outside. Shoots the three. No good on the shot.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
MP against Johnson. Now MP. 5 points in the game. And on the way from Irving for three. Good work defensively by Fox. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Johnson outside. Here's the three.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
MP passes to Washington. MP against Fox. MP dishes to Irving. MP inside. No good there off the double clutch. San Antonio leading by 13. Here's Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Mavericks shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. And it's Fox with the jam.
And just maybe the quickest player in the league. Fox can get to the bucket at will. Better bring some help when he's driving.
Now, here's Exum. Guarded by Fox. Here's MP. That shot off the mark. Great tee that time from Johnson. Rebounded by Gafford.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
MP kicks to Gafford. MP to the rack. The putback. Rebounded by the Spurs. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line. Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Klay Thompson in for Exum.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Lively with the screen. Out to Thompson. Back to MP. 4 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep three. And it's Fox with the rebound. And so Fox will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Here's Sohan. Lively defending. Spurs passing it around. Ball against MP. Pass to Lively. Back to MP. Here's Lively. Defended by Sohan.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Johnson against Washington. Lets it go from deep. A shot by Johnson, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
From downtown. And they'll get another chance. A pass to Fox. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. 11 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And that's where De'Aaron Fox thrives. He wants to get inside and finish at the rim.
And Jason Kidd is...
energy out there.
Vassell outside, and the basket is good. Vassell's got 7 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Now, here's MP. Not a lot of room, 5 to shoot. Davis kicks to MP. High post shot. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, you win and lose as team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
The size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Dallas making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Chris Paul's checked in for Fox.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Vassell, no good.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
MP passes to Marshall. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Inside, Vassell outside. Releases. Nice jump shot. Good. He's got 9.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Over in the corner, Marshall. Dinwiddie outside. Marshall sets a screen for Dinwiddie. To the inside. Marshall can't hit. San Antonio leading by 16. Pass to Wembanyama. Now Sohan. Back to Vassell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on MP. Well, Devin Vassell... It's San Antonio taking a 19-point lead into the break. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
When I look at San Antonio, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take...
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the San Antonio Spurs. Thank you for being with us. Now let's...
And after a very... He's checked in for Thompson. Vassell finds Sohan. Fox against Irving. Pass to Castle. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
MP out there with Irving. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall. In at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. And the rejection by Wembanyama. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Shot clock at 3. MP kicks to Davis. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Wembanyama, a screen on Irving. 3-pointer, Fox. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
MP, that's for 2. Pass to Marshall. And the shot goes down. Marshall's got his second bucket.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand. Be fair and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect.
There's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses, nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
MP passes to Davis. Fox against MP. Dallas again missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Vassell. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Vassell's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Davis sets a screen. Over in the corner, Marshall. And stolen by Vassell. Here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Jeremy Sohan, an emphatic 2 points.
Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's MP. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Wembanyama with the bucket.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
To the paint. Back to Davis. MP sets the screen for Irving. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
The drive by MP. Outside for Davis. Connects from three-point range. Davis has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Mavs. The Spurs have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Here's Castle. Vassell outside. A 3 from Wembanyama. Castle misses. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And stolen by Wembanyama. Goes up, and Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Wembanyama once again showing he can do it all himself.
Here's MP. It's good. MP's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Vassell outside. Pass to Castle. Shot clock at 6. Charity stripe shot. And the rejection by MP. Dante Exum is checked in for the Mavericks. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Johnson's checked in. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Pass to Sohan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on MP. Such an interesting player, isn't he, Coach Jeremy Sohan? Now here's Paul. On the court right now for the Spurs. They've got Keldon Johnson. Barnes out there with Chris Paul. And it's Mamu Kalashvili in at the power forward position.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to...
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg.
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
You know, I haven't. Makes sense.
Look, emotion.
I see a...
All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes. Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Which from...
You ready to give these fans what they paid for? Get ready to light it up.
Happy weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs against the Dallas Mavericks here at their home, American Airlines Center. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. So a moment now to see the story for Victor Wembanyama.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, And it's Champagnie at the 3. And for the Mavericks, we've got Anthony Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Grant. One thing.
Battle down low. Boxing out is vital. And second chance points may just decide this game.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Washington comes in for Davis. MP's checked in for Marshall. And Christie subbed in for Klay Thompson. And coming into the season, MP was very open about his motivation. He wants to prove he's the best rookie in the class.
Well, you love the extra work MP has been putting in at practice and in the film room. He's talked about how he wants to grow faster. And I can certainly say I'm excited to watch how MP develops.
Now let's send it down to Allie, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. MP is so excited to be here in the NBA. He's aiming for the top of his rookie class. He told me pregame, growing up in Plainview, I dreamed of playing in this league. So just being here is special. We'll see how he performs. Brian?
Well, Allie, I can't wait to see this kid's career develop. Just 4 to shoot. Here's a 3 from Paul. Offensive rebound. Wembanyama's shot is good.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
MP, the pass to Christie. Back to MP. Pass to Christie. MP against Johnson. Here's Irving. The rebound by the Spurs.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Here's Johnson, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. Well, after their three-point shooting abandoned them in the finals, the Mavericks have addressed that shortcoming in a major way, acquiring one of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. Klay is eager for a fresh start and an opportunity, I'm told, to add another ring to his championship resume. This should be a match made in heaven.
Without a doubt. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Pass to Gafford. Outside Irving. Shoots over Paul. And it's Irving missing.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Massey, he's checked in for San Antonio. Fox comes in for Branham. Barnes against MP. MP, a screen on Paul. Irving for 3. That one's off. He's 1 for 6.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Washington, a screen on Johnson. MP with it. And it's Paul picking him up. Washington's shot is good.
Love that play call by MP, finding a way to create for his team.
Paul against Irving. Outside Johnson.
Tipped. The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Fox against MP. Pass to Christie. Outside Irving. The 3-ball. Rebounded by Chris Paul.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Washington a screen. MP with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. Gafford with the ball. Pass to Irving. MP outside. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 3. Gafford finds Washington. From outside, off the mark. Fires away from way outside. And so the San Antonio Spurs ending the quarter up 10. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got De'Aaron Fox. Keldon Johnson out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Chris Paul, and it's Bassey in at the 5, roaming the paint. Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
Yeah, good work by MP, noticing when someone else has a superior opportunity to score.
Paul passes to Johnson. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Washington right side. Hauled in by Paul.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Washington, a screen on Barnes. MP inside. Johnson on him. MP outside. Gafford with a screen on Johnson. MP, the pass to Irving. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
Gafford finds MP. Here's Irving. On the wing, MP. Gafford with a screen on Paul. MP, the pass to Irving. Shoots over Paul. And Irving, the bucket on the assist by MP. MP's got 4 assists now tonight. Paul against Irving. Paul passes to Bassey. Left side Johnson. Over Washington. Left side Paul. Pass to Barnes. Pure from three-point range. Barnes has got 5.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
To the inside. Here's Washington. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, nice job that time by P.J. Washington to knock down the shot after setting the screen.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And it's Fox missing. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And last time against this team, they struggled with foul trouble. It led to an ugly loss.
The foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
Williams is checked in for Christie. And San Antonio with a change here, too. Branham's checked in.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Fires the three. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Williams finds MP. Oh, they get a hand on it. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Here's Branham. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Branham's got his first bucket in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for San Antonio?
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
They've also done a good job defensively so far tonight, just making it tough all around on shooters, and it shows in their block numbers.
Spurs lead by 9. Pass to Barnes. Let's go with a three. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
And they're winning and playing with great confidence, but they need to be more efficient with those three-pointers.
Yeah, and perimeter shots, though, not really falling at a good clip here. So I think they may have to back out of that a bit and not settle for those jump shots.
Now here's Irving. From deep three-point land. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got 4 rebounds now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
That one goes. Count it. Paul's got his first points of the night.
School's in session, and that mid-range is CP3's specialty.
Washington passes to MP. Back to Washington. It's stolen by Barnes. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Pass to Fox. Gafford grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 14. Now MP. Out left to the wing. Washington passes to MP. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Now Irving. Over Paul. And again, unable to change momentum here. Fox for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Fox has got 13 now.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. A big group up. And here's MP. Screen by Lively. MP scanning the floor. Lively finds MP. Just 5 on the clock. They swipe it. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by MP. Driving to the basket. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Look at MP. Suddenly catching the defense with their guard down and making them pay.
Castle for 3. The rebound by MP. MP's got 5 rebounds in the game. 35 seconds left in the second quarter. There's the 3. Rebound by San Antonio.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Poke loose. It's stolen by MP. Davis with a screen on Wembanyama. Outside for Davis. Off target from outside.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. San Antonio on top, running away with this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the San Antonio Spurs. I'm guessing they're getting an earful in that locker room right about now. You got a feel for them.
Yeah, feel for them. We're the ones who's got to watch this.
You kept watching? I was on my tablet, catching up on my favorite shows.
Big fella, as always, 100% engaged. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Spurs.
They've imposed their will on the glass, getting all the 50-50 balls and maybe even a few 20-80 balls.
Love the activity. Don't just say you want to win. Prove it and get it.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, it's been one outstanding. Making a switch here. MP's checked in. And San Antonio with a change here too. Johnson's checked in. Dallas has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. MP is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Derek Lively. And it's Irving in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Pass to Castle. The 3. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
His shooting has been fantastic. And this team has leaned on him.
MP. Again, the miss by Dallas.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for San Antonio. Well, San Antonio's shooting it well, almost 50% from the floor. All right, on the floor for San Antonio. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that...
yourself up till you check the tape.
Yo, keep this thing to regulation. I got plans after the game.
Game time, bring the pain time.
MP, it's your world, we just live in it.
Attention all Hoop fans. We still have tickets to remaining future home games. Together we will build a Takeover today. Don't forget that our next giveaway will be a Heat mascot mini flag. Come on out to the next game and get yours. The National Basketball Association and the Miami Heat are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing items, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff. Folks, don't forget to pick up the game Saturday today. We're on our way to pass for you. That would have been present.
Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the season still in its fledgling state, but enough basketball has been played to see how this year's rookie class is shaping up. A chance now to see the rookie race that shows which first-year players are making a big impact early in the race. For Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. And MP subbed in for Kyrie Irving. So, Shams, when the league brought in that 65 game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by. And that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different accolades.
Yes, well said. And one thing to note, MP has vocalized his desire to be the top rookie in this class. He wants to outdo his peers every time he's on the floor.
And MP knows he's got some ground to make up to achieve that goal. He hasn't been having the stellar season that most planned, but he's got time to turn it around and start being the rookie leader he wants to be.
For some news on MP, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. As you know, there's still a lot of season ahead, but we've got a couple of opposing rookies in this one. When I asked about tonight's matchup against a fellow rookie, MP told me he's made it a goal to prove that he's the best player in this class. He's got a lot of confidence, Kevin.
A ton of confidence, David. And that's something you got to have in this NBA. Mitchell with the bounce pass, and Anderson slams it in.
Wow, Anderson at the rim. Look out below.
MP against Robinson. Lively a screen on Robinson. MP kicks to Davis. Pass to Marshall. Clock at 6. Davis with a screen on Anderson. MP, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the Heat, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
I think if you get out-rebounded by that wide a margin, it speaks to a lack of energy and effort, and that's problematic.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. 5th, the Mavericks.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Nikola Jovic is checked in for the Heat. Burks comes in for Mitchell. Christie is checked in for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for Klay Thompson. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
Fires from 14. Anderson can't get it to go.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
MP passes to Christie. Lively with the screen. Here's Christie. Sinks the triple.
Good instincts from MP. That kind of passing wins the respect of your teammates.
Adebayo against Lively. And Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Heroes checked in for Miami. Dallas also making some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Williams. Robinson finds Burks. Here's the screen. Back to Robinson. Anderson against Washington. Miami no good on that time either. Mavericks trailed by 3. Irving dishes to MP. .110 left here in the first quarter. Here's Irving. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Irving's got 11 points.
Irving, an elusive scorer, so adept at finding space inside.
Pass to Jovic. Outside, Hero. Takes the 3. It's good from long range. Hero's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Heat.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's MP. And the layup's good off the glass. MP's got his second basket.
What a quality possession. MP cashing in down low.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Robinson kicks to Anderson. Anderson with the screen for Hero. Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by Washington. MP looking around. Irving passes to MP. Washington with it. Over Anderson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for Miami. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
We've got Duncan Robinson. Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Jovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Sean.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some. And I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. MP kicks to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. That's no basket. His third miss in 8 tries. Pass to Burks. Here's Jovic. So here's Burks, defended by Christie. Alec Burks, and that's good. Now it's a 7-point Heat lead.
Well, Burks is a lethal 3-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Lively with the screen. Here's MP. And here is Washington. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Washington's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Heat leading by 4. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Robinson. And the Heat, another 3.
Yeah, D with very little pressure
on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Lively. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. MP to the rack.
And now let's take a look at the stats for Kyrie Irving. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately, averaging about 23 points per 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Miami leading by 6. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
It's deflected.
Well, on top of the length he provides and athleticism, there are the shot-blocking instincts of Derek Lively. Wow.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Heat with some changes. Ware's checked in. And Bam Adebayo subbed in for Alec Burks. And then for Dallas, Daniel Gafford comes in for Derek Lively. And it's Klay Thompson in for Christie.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
MP finds Gafford. On the wing, MP. He's covered by Anderson. Gafford sets the pick for MP. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Irving from long range. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. A quick look now at some big men that have been rock solid over the past 10 games. The top shooting centers and power forwards in the NBA. You take a look at Gafford, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He is an unyielding presence in the low post. I mean, he gets so many good looks because he works so hard to get that great position down low. And when he does, boy, he is impossible to move.
Inside, it's tipped. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. Capping off the break, MP.
Well, great hustle from MP. That's recognizing an opportunity to beat everybody up the floor.
Miami leading by 4. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Miami no good on that time either. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. Anderson's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Gafford passes to MP. Back to Gafford. Gafford sets the pick for MP. Thompson outside. 6 to shoot. A 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. They lead by 4. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Robinson, that's good.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You'll like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
MP, that's for 2. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low, here's Adebayo. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Adebayo's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat. MP kicks to Washington. Anderson against MP. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Washington with this screen on Anderson. Just 5 to shoot. Gafford finds Washington. Nailed from three-point land. Washington's got 6.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Pass to Washington. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything we could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe, in any of those regions. They do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux. Players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Tyler Hero. David, what's the news there?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer from Miami. He told me that he bruised his rib. He's got a pretty good mark there, and he is really feeling it. This was a team that was struggling a bit, so losing him hurts extra. But they have to cope with the loss. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long.
I tell
what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Mitchell finds Wiggins. Now Adebayo. And Robinson wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark. Mavericks trail by 9. MP dishes to Davis. Back to MP. Davis setting the pick for MP. Pass to Marshall and stolen by Wiggins. Mitchell. Wiggins outside. Deschamps, the Heat seem to always be in that area of making a big move, thinking about a big move, certainly seeing what could be out there. What's your sense? Are they trying to shake up their core right now?
The Heat always feel like they are close to competing and really trying to get to the cusp of winning a championship. The question is, can they find another star player to bring to this group? Are they willing to move the assets? And do they have the complementary pieces to go get that star player? But the Heat, we've seen it over the last 4 or 5 years. They're a team that has one thing in mind, and that's winning a championship.
And they can be scary when they get to the playoffs.
Playing the regular season is one thing for this Heat group. They know when the lights are shining the brightest, they can turn it up another level in the playoffs. That's what Eric Spoelstra brings.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And that one against the Raptors, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
MP passes to Davis. Now, here's MP. Davis with a screen on Wiggins. MP kicks to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Davis has got 10.
And over the course of his career, Davis has become a much better shooter.
Shams, I am so sorry our time has run out. It has been great having you here with us. We appreciate your time so much, and I hope we do it again soon.
Thanks, Kevin. Anytime. You know when I'm not on my phone, I'm here to talk to you and talk hoops with you anytime of the day.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much again. KDB, wasn't that terrific talking to Shams? He is as plugged into everything around the NBA as anyone you could hope to meet.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Davis sets a screen. MP with it. Now defended by Wiggins. MP, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk. Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
The Heat making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Ware. There's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Ware's got his third basket of the night right there.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's Miami. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, it jumped.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Mavericks.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stop.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback.